Howdy guys and dolls out there in YouTube land, your favorite little keto goofball diamond, and today is day 1126 of my ketogenic journey, going from 311 pounds to where I'm sitting at right now and loving it, and hopefully we'll bypass it at some point. Not in a big hurry no more, but we'll get there. It's a lifelong journey, right? So I'm going to show you what I ate yesterday. I'm going to hop on that scale for you and I'm going to run my mouth because that's what I'm good at. And let's rave and misbehave Keto Diamond style.
3, 2, 1.
Guys, I just made up some deviled eggs. I forgot to record my breakfast, but it was just some of the chicken I had yesterday. It was leftover chicken with some hot sauce. That Simple Girl Carolina Kick hot sauce. Barbecue sauce, whatever you want to call it. I just made up some deviled eggs. I'm going to eat 2 or 3 of these because otherwise I won't get none. My son loves these, so I don't know how many I'm going to eat yet. I'll tell y'all about that later. So here is my, I guess, lunch. I'm having, this is like stew meat that I fried up in coconut oil with some peppers and onions. And then I've got zucchini here that I fried up in coconut oil. And if you want to be fancy, we call it sauteed. Or y'all call it sauteed. We just call it fried it up. So if I'm affected tomorrow, it's less likely to be the zucchini and more likely to be the So Delicious sugar-free, dairy-free. Sometimes I can get by with this. Sometimes I can't. I ate about 1/4 of the container. So that's 1/4 for those of you. Yeah. I don't know how many of these eggs I actually eat. Me and my son was over here munching on them while he was telling me, Mom, you ought to put bacon bits on them. So I did put some bacon bits on them. I'll say I might eat 4 deviled eggs. All right, maybe 5. We'll go with 5. Guys, I'm about to have 2 chicken and cheese roll-ups. Zachary, leave that cat alone.
I have to go pee.
Go pee.
I was going to eat.
I need a nap. What do you want to eat?
I was going to eat.
Grandma's running away. Alright, so I just want to kind of remind folks that I love you. You're awesome, amazing, and wonderful people. And you give me a wonderful sounding board. I can't say how much I appreciate it. I love to help people with their ketogenic journeys, including you, your friends, your family, and everybody you know. So share me across your social media so my channel can grow and I can reach more souls that I can potentially help. And I can also make them laugh on occasion. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because I do this every day and I love what I do. It's fun, it's enjoyable. Sometimes I get a little whiny and complaining, but it's life. It's normal people stuff, right? You're a normal person. You get it. And ring that bell because it'll give you an email. It says, hey, Keto Diamond just uploaded. Run over there and watch it. And you should run over there and watch it. That's all I'm saying. And also hit that thumbs up. It helps me get recommended to more people. And I can reach you and more people. So those little things that all the YouTubers scream about every day, and it's in every video, they're important. They help a whole lot. I'm sitting here looking all kind of silly. But I really like it. I just don't got nothing to match it. I mean, I do have a tank top somewhere that probably go pretty decent with it, but I don't know where that's at right now. And I don't want to get up and look. So, anyway, it's one of the days, y'all. It's a good day. It's a beautiful day. Well, not really. It's kind of gray outside, but that's all right. It don't kill my shine. Don't dull my sparkle. Sometimes it does, because I swear that vitamin D. But it's all right. It's all right. I hit my vitamin D this morning. We're ready to go. My coffee, we're good. Oh, my goodness. I reckon as a YouTuber, I really ought to match somewhere. But I'm not good at that whole matching thing. Maybe I paint my eyelids camo. Look a little bit hanky. I know that. The kitty cat decided to play with him one night. I didn't know it knocked him off my desk and I stepped on him. So if they're a little crooked, forgive me. And I can't find the other pair, so I assumed the kitty cat done run off with him too. Anyway, I like to make sure everybody has the best possible information available to them. And a lot of times I forget this information because I wrote it and then I put it on my website and I just kind of let it go into the air. But I've been asked multiple times to explain different things like different sugars, different sugar alcohols. By the way, sugar alcohols are neither sugars nor alcohols. It's an interesting thing. But you can go over there and read it on my website. I'm actually going to put the link below if you want to read the article in full because I touched on every sweetener that I could. Now, a good keto-friendly sugar substitute will not spike your glucose response. It will not trigger an insulin response or anything like that. You want something that does not trigger you. For me, about the only one that doesn't spike or trigger anything is aspartame. Now, many of you have heard the horror stories of aspartame, but that is something that affects a very low margin of people. Most people are not sensitive to aspartame, but some are. So if you are drinking Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper, Diet Moe root beer frequently and you have a lot of issues, then it's something you might want to step away from. But for me, it does not bother me at all. And I know this because one morning I was fasting all day. I think it was like 2 p.m. actually. Went to the doctor. They wanted to do an A1C test. And she's like, are you fasting? I said, yes, the only thing I'm drinking is Diet Dr. Pepper. She's like, oh, well, I need to check and see if there's anything in that. I said, I already checked for you, but feel free to check again. And she checked again. And my A1C was perfect, was great. It was wonderful. And that's great since I used to be a type 2 diabetic. And now I'm not. So, you know. Yes, y'all. Anyway, most diet sodas, though, are not simply sweetened with aspartame. They put acesulfame potassium in it as well, which is bitter, but it's extremely sweet. So they'll couple it with aspartame. And that's like Diet Pepsi, Coke Zero, Diet Mountain Dew, most all other sodas. In fact, the only three that I do not believe have acesulfame potassium in them are the Diet Dr. Peppers and Diet Moe root beer, which some of these are very hard to find right now. Anyway, so that's why I drink that. But I would definitely avoid some. And if they have sucralose in them, I would also avoid those. And that's a lot of your Monster energy drinks that are zero sugar. And these things spike insulin for quite a few people, or a glucose response, and you don't really want that. So, of course, y'all have heard of stevia and erythritol, and those are for the most part fine, but you want to avoid maltitol, sorbitol, xylitol, which, by the way, is toxic to dogs in even the smallest amount. So if you have something with xylitol in it, you drop it on the floor, your dog eats it, he's in great danger. So I don't keep that in the house whatsoever. I never have. I did have a packet of something sweetened with xylitol sent to me, which is in the bottom of my purse, that I've been meaning to try when I was gone, but I have not. But for some people, that will also spike both your blood sugar and your insulin, so I don't really know that I'll even be trying that at all. Alright, so acesulfame potassium, like I said, it's bitter. It's often paired with aspartame to improve the taste. But while it doesn't spike your blood sugar, it will significantly increase your insulin response the same way as eating regular sugar. So it will, in effect, kick you out of ketosis if you're not careful with it. And if you try to use it quite frequently, you might find that you're completely out of ketosis altogether. So, just be very mindful. And some of the sodas that I would recommend you avoid, although I know that some of you will not because they're your crutch, and I understand a crutch. I got my Diet Dr. Pepper, I understand. So I'm not telling you have to, I'm just telling you from my perspective, I would. And they're like Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Diet Pepsi, Diet Mountain Dew, Sprite Zero, Fresca, Bragg's Diet Root Beer. So just to name a few. But look at the ingredients. If it's just aspartame alone, it's keto friendly. If it's acesulfame potassium and aspartame, I would avoid it. Sucralose, which is a normal form of Splenda, it's made with maltodextrin, and it's always made with maltodextrin. And I know some people, there's sucrose and there's sucralose, okay? Sucralose I am very sensitive to, and it's in a lot of diet products like your Monster energy drinks. I think they're in the Bang too. I have to look at that. I'm not positive. I don't think I've ever drank a Bang, or I think I tried one and it didn't work out. But it has a mild insulin response to it too, but it also gives me a migraine for like 24 hours after using it. It always kicks me out of ketosis, and I always gain water weight from it, so I avoid sucralose at all costs. Of course, you got regular sugar. It's not good for the body. I can get by with a little bit of regular sugar in something, like organic sugar cane or something like that, just a little bit. Like a couple grams or something, but I cannot get by with any grams of sucralose. So yeah, But anyway, I just wanted to explain those to you because I have been asked. But multidextrin, dextrose, maltitol, xylitol, so many of these will spike one or the other insulin or glucose response and will potentially kick you out of ketosis, stall your weight loss. So be mindful if you're planning to use these. That's all I'm saying. On to the rest of the video. By the way, I linked the article below that I wrote, and it was everything I could find, and I listed every sugar alcohol. So words to avoid, words to understand, things you might want to look at in an ingredients list are all written over there. That should be all the things that are going to spike your insulin and your glucose. So so please go read that article. I'm gonna put it in the comments section and pin it so it's just right there. And up here at the top, I plan to put a 13 reasons you should start keto today, just in case you're not keto yet. Alright, so I've done my mouth running for today. I'm just kidding. We just getting started. Anyway, I want to give a special thank you and prayer to Andrea and all of you guys who are affected by the hurricanes, the rains, the wildfires, and all the craziness going on all across our country and in some places across the world right now. If you're in one of those areas, I hope you are safe as safe can be, darling. Some of that stuff going on is just terrifying, and I hope everything heals very quickly and goes away very quickly. I can't imagine what it's like to be in an area where everything around you is on fire, or there's a hurricane coming dead at you. And I know here in North Carolina we get them, but I'm 4 hours inland. Well, I'm 3 hours inland, but it always takes 4 hours to get to the coast because we got to stop and get gas and we got to stop and eat. You know how to eat. But anyway, we're a good ways away from the coast. So what we get, we might get some wind, some rains and stuff, but what we get is a light tropical storm compared to what the coast gets. You folks in Florida and Louisiana and Texas and California and right here on the Carolina coast, Lord have mercy, y'all. I can't imagine how scared you are sometimes, because that stuff's scary. They start hollering for tornadoes in my area, and it's very, very, very unlikely it's going to hit me, but it scares the hell out of me. So I'm sorry that y'all are going through that, and I hope that everything is all good and well very quickly. Very, very quickly. So I don't know what else I'm going to say. Oh yeah, what I ate yesterday. So one of you brought up the fact, because I was kind of affected a little bit, or I felt affected day 4 yesterday when I drank some almond milk in that Lakanto vanilla flavoring. Usually I don't feel like that when I have that, which it's been a long time since I've had that, and things can change for you over time. But you mentioned to check my unsweet vanilla almond milk for maltodextrin. Now I did, there's none in there, but you're right, and I want to kind of hit on this with people. Just because you use a product with the same kind of labeling doesn't mean the ingredients are the same. So if you're going to buy a different brand, flip that brand over, look at that ingredients list, because it might just have something different in there that your normal product doesn't have, and your normal product doesn't affect you, but that doesn't mean that one won't. So I don't really know what happened there, but there was no dextrose or maltodextrin in my almond milk. Thank goodness. I didn't buy that brand. My nephew was here one day. He said, I'm going to head to the store. Do you need anything? I said, yes, some unsweet vanilla almond milk. He brought that brand back. So it's you know, it's all well and good. And I actually bought another jug of it, but I didn't look at the ingredients. But it wasn't that. So, or there's nothing in that it should have been. However, over time, and I've repeated this many, many times, when you're first starting out keto, there are so many things you can get by with that you might not be able to get by with when you've been doing keto for a very long time. Or if you've taken those things out of your diet and tried to add them back in, your body might not react the same to them. Let's just say, when I first started keto, I practically lived on TGI Fridays hot wings, the ones in the box in a freezer section in Walmart, and Kraft ranch dressing. Practically lived on it, lost 100 pounds on it. If I even so much as dare to sniff them now, I'm gaining 5 pounds. I'm getting kicked out of ketosis. Still don't mean I ain't gonna sniff them, but they don't affect me the same way they used to. Not by far. I mean, like I said, I lost almost 100 pounds eating them almost every other day or so. And for a while there, probably twice a day. So it's just, my journey's different now. And while you're doing the same things you've always done, but your weight is stalling, it still could be something you've always ate. Your body will change over time. I don't know why it does it. It just does it. So be mindful of that, and you might need to switch up your diet a little bit here and there. Now, as you know, that I've kind of gotten to a place where I'm happy with my weight. I want to see more body fat gone, But at the same time, I'm cool with everything going slower and maybe some of my skin healing a little bit before I worry about dropping too much lower, if possible. If not, hey, whatever. And if I lose some more weight, yeehaw, we gonna celebrate. But yesterday I did pretty well. Except for the ice cream. I didn't really, I mean, it's a keto-friendly ice cream. There's very little in it. It's sugar-free and dairy-free, and I have issues with dairy, so that's helpful. And they have a couple other brands, a couple other flavors of that, but that's the butter pecan's the only one I found. Anyway, I don't know if it affected me. I didn't feel bad afterwards. I felt fine. I did feel like I needed a little boost or a little treat yesterday, and I've been wanting to stay away from any and all keto snacking during the week and have like my keto snacks on the weekend, which I'm probably not going to do this weekend because I don't think I have any keto snacks, so we should be good. But anyway, I didn't feel bad after it. The eggs, of course, I didn't feel bad after them. I didn't feel bad after my first meal. I did feel bad that I didn't record it, but it was just the same meal I'd had the night before, minus the collard greens. Didn't have none yesterday morning. Wasn't going to cook none for breakfast. Although, right now, it sounds pretty good. Now, as many of you know, I've of course been trying to add vegetables back to my diet. My weight did fluctuate from what it said yesterday morning, but of course yesterday morning I was already wearing clothing. I wasn't wearing that sweatshirt when I stepped on the scale. I was wearing a tank top and the pants, and no shoes. But it showed it was up by 2 pounds yesterday morning. It's back down 1 pound today, and I'm going to throw the weigh in here in just a second. Okay. I'll answer you in a minute, Kimberly. But whether I was affected by anything yesterday because I didn't weigh in when I normally do and the way I normally do, I can't really tell. So as far as I can tell, here's the weigh-in. Well, you guys, we're planning on stepping on the dinner data machine as soon as Izzy will allow. Not the data I was hoping for this morning. 164.6. Well, pound down from yesterday, technically, kind of. Who the heck knows what it really was yesterday, though, so I don't know. As far as I can tell, I'm 1 pound down from yesterday, but again, there's no way to know what I actually was yesterday morning when I woke up originally. So that's okay. That's okay, because I'm also trying to include vegetables back into my diet, which my body does not necessarily care for as far as bloating and stuff goes. And I did get a little bloating, a little gas after eating the zucchini, which is ridiculous because I love zucchini. I love greens, but it took them kind of out of my diet. For one, it's easier just to make one food at night, like, some chicken or something. And for two, it's a bloating issue. It may happen, it may not happen. I might go up, I might not. But for the vitamins and minerals, the superfood impact of them, I want to add these back into my diet. And I would recommend people not go completely off of them if you intend to use them at some point. Like if you're going to use them sporadically, then try to use them continuously more than sporadically. If you're going to go carnivore, that's just fine. But if you decide to add a vegetable back into your diet and your belly bloats or you don't feel so good or your weight goes up, don't freak out. I do hear it will regulate over time. I think it was Rich. He used to be the keto mechanic. I don't know what his channel's called now. But he went carnivore for a little while. He added vegetables back to his diet. And I think it took him about a month for his body to start regulating that and the water weight to start coming back off. So we'll see if that's what happens to me. I hope it doesn't take a month because I wanted to stay under that 165. And if I don't, if I fluctuate up a little bit from vegetables, it's just life. But I'm hoping that I regulate quite quickly. They do seem to help with potty. But also I want to tell people that not going to the bathroom on carnivore or keto as often as the standard American diet is not a bad thing. It does not mean you're constipated. It actually doesn't. Your body is utilizing more of your foods when you're carnivore or keto. So you have there's less waste, okay? Because that's waste. That's what your body did not need of those foods, and it let it go. That's literally what waste is, human waste. It's what your body does not need. Same with the dust all over the place and on all your whatnots. That's the human waste of your skin. the extra skin that flaked off that your body just doesn't need anymore. So be mindful of that. You might not actually be constipated just because you don't go every day like you used to. You're not meant to if your body is utilizing the vitamins, the minerals, and the content of your food. Although there are other issues, and like some softeners make those issues easier, because I don't think there's as much and it doesn't want to push through as easy. I honestly think that's one of the issues with it. I just don't think our bowels are as full as they used to, and things need to fly. You know what I mean? They're just slower. Sometimes it's god awfully annoying, but that is what it is. Now, guys and dolls, if you need keto help, my contact information is below, and I love answering your questions. I love helping you. I have no issue with it, so always contact me. Never hesitate. If you've got a question, pop it. Oh, by the way, if you're going to send me a Facebook message, add me as a friend first, because otherwise your messages goes in that little other thing, and I don't always get notified when I have other messages waiting. I found one from July last night. I was like, oh damn, I feel terrible. So either email me or add me as a friend on Facebook before you send me a message, okay? Because that way I'll see it. I don't check my Instagram messages. I forget those things exist. I only found out a few months ago that they were even a thing. It might have been 6 months or so ago. I don't know, but I only just found out pretty much they're a thing. I don't check any other messenger. I check my messages on my Facebook Messenger, and I check my emails regularly. So that's how you contact me. If you would like to support the channel, there are great ways below, including a PayPal, a Cash App, and all kinds of other stuff, including a post office box. Speaking of which, I'm expecting some exciting products. A few companies have gotten with me to try some of their stuff, and I'm dying to try some of this stuff. Some of it's not a keto product. Some of it is face cream. This one company allowed me to use a coupon code to select 2 of their products. When I selected those products, they gave me 5 ingredients to put in them of my choice. There was like 30 different ones, and I could select them. And on the bottle, the name Diamond is going to come on both the face scrub and the face cream, because they're my personal ones. So I'm excited to try these. Whether they're going to work or not, I don't know, but I'm excited. And y'all be right here with me with the journey. So subscribe, hook your girl up. Don't forget to check all the links in the description below, because none of that crap you need, but you might want it, and you might well save $1, a 30%, or whatever they're going to offer you. Much love to you. Bye, y'all.